Heavy rain with that. So I've been transported here by our virtual view to Norfolk, Virginia, where it's sunny and warm during the day. We're talking 90s. So I'd go so far as to say sunny and hot. But the skies will turn darker as the daytime heating helps fire up storms. Looking a little bit more like this. Moving into the area later in the day, the storms are going to bring heavy rain, strong wind gusts, maybe even some hail. So let's time it all out for you so you can plan out your Thursday. Maybe you're trying to pick up some groceries before the weekend or whatever you might want to do. You'll have most of the day to get that done. This is what it looks like right now. As you saw in our virtual view, just fine to start off your morning. It's later in the day when we'll start to see these storms blasting in from the northeast, moving toward, or from the northwest, moving toward the coast. So here it is, 8 p.m. Richmond. You're seeing some of those storms first. Remember, some of those could be a bit feisty. We don't see this filling in Norfolk until we get into the overnight hours for the most part, and then that clears out pretty quickly by your Friday morning. Could have some lingering wetness on the roads just because it will still be showering overnight, but still not bad. Starting out your morning here, you can see DC and Leesburg quiet. As we move through your Thursday, the Capital Beltway just fine for your morning commute. Heading into your lunch hour, also fine. But right as you're getting ready to get off of work, you can see those storms blasting in. Heavy rain moving through Manassas as well. And then we've got a really good expanse of showers and storms for Baltimore. The heavy rain is going to create some ponding, so plan on that afternoon commute to be a little bit slower. And then also plan on that sticking around into your evening as well. To Philly now, where it's quiet currently, but looking west toward Reading, you see what's heading your way. A quick look at the timing on that. Reading, you've already had some of those showers moving through. We're going to see these showers and storms building into Philly over the next several hours. I think this model's a little late on some of those showers and storms, but Philly, just have that umbrella ready. That's the moral of the story. Anytime you've got storms like this in the forecast, Jim, you just want to make sure the umbrella is in the car and then it goes inside with you.
This is going to be
Climate experts say a storm like Ida would have been exceptional 50 years ago, but we have to start thinking about that as the new normal. A warmer atmosphere holds more moisture, and a hurricane can spread flooding rains 1,000 miles from the point of landfall, just like Ida did when it traveled from Louisiana to the Northeast last summer. And Jim, you know, I remember watching that and just watching the path and then seeing all the destruction is so far away from landfall. It's almost mind-blowing.
It really is.
That we're almost heading into hurricane season simply for the West, because there needs to be so much more focus on that terrible situation out there. I know we're focusing on the mega drought. We've got a lot going on here at the Weather Channel talking about it, but it's a terribly dangerous, terrible situation. You just hate to see it. Let's talk about your flying today. There were tons of flights canceled and delayed yesterday. You can see we've got lots of green bubbles on the map, but that is not indicative of no delays or no cancellations today, because we do again have the chance for some strong storms for some of those major airport hubs. Philly, you could have some delays thanks to the weather. DC, again, especially for the second portion of the day. Nashville, you're going to have some storms moving through, so that's going to bring you the chance for some of those storms. So I would say just check the flight. I mean, I don't know who doesn't check the flight when they go to the airport or before they go to the airport at this point. But, you know, you always want to do that, especially if you were flying yesterday. Look at some of these numbers. More than 4,800 flights in Dallas delayed. So I am probably one of the only people in the world who's like, I kind of don't mind if my flight's a little delayed. I actually like hanging out at the airport, but I say a little delayed. I love people watching at the airport.
Do you have like a Sky Club pass?
Well, sometimes I do sit in the Sky Club, okay. But then also, you know, there's nothing a margarita can't fix at the airport. Quick look at your travel forecast. Some storms across the mid-Atlantic. You might want to give yourself a little extra drive time there because the roads are going to be wet. I mean, it's the happiest place on earth at the airport, right?
Wow.
Second
I love your attitude this morning.